welcome or welcome back. My name is Joe, and today's pick a card reading, we're going to be finding out what is currently blocking you at this time. This could be in regards to career, to love, spiritual, whichever you prefer. We're just going to focus on the general messages of what's blocking you, and then we'll try to get some advice on how to release those blockages. Alright, so for pile number 1, we have gold quartz, or golden quartz. Okay. For pile number 2, we have clear quartz, a little broken clustered piece. Just love it. Alright. You guys able to see all that? Alright, and then for pile number 3, we have this lovely amethyst cluster. Timestamps will be listed down below, and I will see you guys at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. For those of you that chose number 1 or was drawn to the golden quartz, this is going to be your reading. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just apply it to how it resonates for you. Leave the rest. We're going to start with tarot, and then we are going to move into some oracle with some advice towards the end. Alright. Alright, Spirit tapping into the collective that chooses pile number 1. Let's find out what is currently blocking them at this time. What is blocking my pile number 1s? Interesting. 7 of Swords. Okay, okay. Followed by the 7 of Wands. You are the one. That's an extra card from this deck. We have the Knight of Cups. And can we get one? Interesting. I said 1, but I got 2. And there's already limited space. Ooh. Back of the deck energy is the wheel. Alright, so let me figure out how I'm going to set this up so you guys can see the cards. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here, because this deck is a little bit fatter than the other decks I've been using. So I think we're going to move you up here. Okay. So I think we're just going to keep those 4 right there. And then maybe move them up a little bit more. Let me move this up a little. Limited space. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands. You are the one. Authenticity. Knight of Cups, followed by the 3 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. And then back of the deck energy is the wheel. Alright. I think we'll just leave her right there. Interesting. Okay. So, give me just a brief moment so I can get the book. Fairly new to this deck, so I'm not really familiar with the extra cards that they come with, so just bear with me for just a moment. Okie dokie. Alright. I want you to believe that there is no one more special and unique than you. You embody everything that outshines and distinguishes you from the rest. Love yourself. Oh, okay. General message of being authentic and being true to yourself. basically. I was wondering if there was anything extra in there. Sometimes they have like little stories or storylines that are like, that are really good, and you can apply those stories to your message, but it's basic, general message. So let me just, what is currently blocking you? Well, I can tell you that with the wheel, um, as back of the deck energy, it's, you either can make this change yourself or you're going to be forced to make this change. This there's an older song coming to my mind. I'm having a brain fart. I don't know the title, and I don't even remember all the lyrics. Excuse me. But it changes. Changes. Change. There's changes that are going to be happening. You're going to be changing yourself from this, from what you're, okay. How you usually handle things, how you usually go about things are going to change. But with the Seven of Swords, there is, I really feel like that this group may have dealt with codependency, growing up, or learned how to dim yourself in order to fit in order to feel safe. Okay? With that Seven of Wands, I feel like the Seven of Wands is also telling you to be brave, like with it right next to, I kind of like how the Seven of Wands is right here, and then we have the empathy with the Knight of Cups on this side of the authenticity card. Okay. Oh, and I love how this is right under. Okay. Okay. It's kind of interesting the way I put cards down, because sometimes I don't really have like a formation. I just put them where I put them, and then when I start reading it, it's like, oh, that explains why that card's right there, and whatever. Okay, moving on. All right, so you may have dealt with some sneaky, manipulative type of people who backstabbed you, kind of pull the rug beneath your feet, kind of ish. All right. There's just, with the Seven of Swords, there's an act of betrayal. Now, this also could be you betraying yourself by not being your authentic self, because you believed something that others said about you, or you gave your power away in some degree. Now, with the Seven of Wands, you could be defensive, or you can feel defensive. But what I'm getting with this is like, to be brave enough to be your true self, and you may, how do I want to say this? You may, for sure, with the Nine of Swords being right directly under this "You Are One" card, is telling me that you're very anxious. You get very anxious about, just being yourself, like showing different quirky sides of you. And I love how the Three of Wands, where it says patience, is right under the bravery of the Seven of Wands. Like, it's kind of telling you to be brave. I mean, to be patient as you step into this to step in. Oh my goodness, I cannot, like, collect my words. Like, I can't. Okay. There is a need for you to be brave, but also be patient with yourself. Okay? There is a need to be patient, and you're going to need to give yourself empathy. That is why I like that this card is following this card. First, you need to step into this energy of the Seven of Wands and being brave and standing up for yourself, whichever way, shape, or form that is for you. Okay? as you step into your true, authentic self and in sharing that with the world, right? And then with the empathy, you're going to need to empathize for yourself. You need to give yourself empathy, and you know, recognize that you have been through some not good experiences, and you've dealt with some not very good type of people or group settings, depending on how this, you know, plays out for you, or has had played out for you. Now, with the 10 of with the wheel as back of the deck, there are going to be changes. There's no going, like, you're meant to change. You're meant to be yourself. So however long this takes for you, you know, to each their own. But you do have the Fool right under the wheel, so a new beginning will start. You know, we have the 10. 10 does represent the ending of a cycle, a completion of a cycle. Okay, so, like, you know, for some of you, it'd be, you know, in the spiritual sense, you know, like, Spirit is kind of ushering you into transforming and allowing yourself to no longer dim yourself. So you may have been receiving messages about dimming yourself, or to, like, be more open in being yourself, but you may feel very anxious and terrified to show certain aspects of yourself. And this card basically just talks about how you're not supposed to be everybody's cup of tea. You're not going to satisfy everybody, and it may take you some time to realize that. And you may even exhaust yourself mentally trying to do that. I really strongly feel like you guys need to be patient with yourself and be more kinder to yourself with that Knight of Cups. Pour that energy into you. Pour that love back into you. What you were giving to people that were never really on your side. Okay. So let's get some more cards. I'm trying to figure out which deck I want to use first. Okay. I'm kind of like a roll with it type of person. So, man, I always have cards falling. Alright, so the first card that we have is Old. Memories, experience, and history. Okay, so you have a history of dealing with some shady people, or giving shady people the benefit of the doubt. I feel like you guys are like that Knight of Wands. I always said Knight of Wands. I meant Knight of Cups. Like the Knight of Cups, like, you have a big heart. You could be naturally a romantic type person, or you romanticize things, or you just happen to see the best qualities in people. And even though that is a beautiful quality and trait to have, that does not mean that everyone is living to their potential. Okay, so using your discernment and knowing when to pull back, recognize when you're pouring too much in someone else, recognizing whether or not they're pouring into you the same amount that you're pouring into them, and setting boundaries. Okay, number 1. All right, what else is what is currently blocking my pile number 1s? What is currently blocking my pile number 1s at this time? Now, you can't obviously rewrite history, but you can choose a different way of how to handle situations like that. Because, you know, you're going to find yourself, if this is like a repeating pattern in your life, you're going to continue finding people like this in your lifetime. You know, even when you learn the lesson finally, you're still going to find people or meet people that are like this. and you just get better and better with handling it. It doesn't mean that once you learn a lesson, it doesn't mean that that stuff just automatically stops coming in your life. It means that now you know what you need to do in order to handle the situation, right? So you're going to get better over time with your discernment and how to move forward and how to not, how to not waste as much time as you did in the past. Kind of. That's kind of what I'm getting. Alright, so second, immediately, now hastily. I feel like that this card's kind of giving me with the Seven of Wands, being brave and standing up for yourself, defending yourself. I really feel like Spirit's do it now. Start doing it today. There may be someone or something that you're dealing with in your life or in your environment around you that you need to right now. You need to start defending yourself. You need to be your own cheerleader. You don't need someone else's validation, pile number one. You don't need permission to do what you want to do. Did they ask for permission? And even if they did, are they even someone you should be looking up to? Why did you put this person on a pedestal? Maybe these are things that you need to reflect on or should reflect on. That would help you use better discernment about yourself and why you do what you do or why you perceive these people as, or situation as what they are. Just some food for thought. Okay. All right. What else is currently blocking my pile number one? All right. We have meteor, extremely fast, fleeting, and lost. You may be feeling lost. You may be feeling how the hell did I end up here? Why am I dealing with this? I feel like once you step into your true authenticity, you're going to be that bright light of me. Okay, when I'm seeing with the comparison of these two cards, we got this light going on that's creating this empty circle, right? And then this one's boom, full of beautiful light, right? So you kind of feel this void here, an emptiness, right? But then once you step into your authenticity and you start being yourself, that's when you're going to really shine. Okay? You need to be okay with rocking the boat. What else is currently blocking my pile number one? Alright, so we have, that's kind of funny with the Knight of Cups, and then we have Daydream. I'm hearing that song. Is it? I don't know if I'm getting the words mixed up though. Is it Dreamweaver? The song's called Weaver, I think, or is by Weaver. I'm having a brain fart, guys. But Dreamweaver, is that the title of the song? I don't know. If it is, it's an older song. But I'm hearing the tune of that song, and I'm hearing Dreamweaver. So there may be some goals that you have in mind, but they don't fit other people's agendas, and you might be afraid to or been afraid to step into that. Maybe there's something new you want to go after, or something that emotionally charges you or emotionally fulfills you, and you may be afraid to go after that, do it. Maybe there's a belief, or maybe someone is telling you that it's wrong, or that you want to be able to amount to it. Whatever the situation is for you, there may be a dream, there may be something that you want to go after, but you're afraid to, because someone planted a seed of doubt in your brain at some point in your life, right? And I do find it interesting that that card does say sober on it, because the Knight of Cups, you know, with that water energy, you know, you could deal with substances. So some substances may be affecting your way of thinking at this time, or how you perceive yourself. With the Refuge, it's kind of like you just kind of go with what feels safe for you, but you may be the type of person that is meant to rock the boat. And so because you rock the boat, maybe you trigger other people, just being yourself, just being you. You know, sometimes your existence just, for some people, just your existence alone just triggers people. Like, let me know, Pile 1, if you guys ever had experience, like, enemies. Like, you just barely met them and they hate you, and you're like, the fuck I do to you? Like, I don't even know you like that. Like, never did nothing to you. And it's just your energy. It's the way you shine. Your light shines on their shadows, and it makes them realize what they don't like about themselves. So let me know if you guys, like, ever dealt with that. So I'm kind of getting that vibe for this pile. Alright, so let's, you know, since I got, normally I would just do 5 cards, but since we got the extra, we're just going to keep going the extra mile. Alright, so what else is currently blocking my pile number 1? We have rounds, consumption, success, and end. That's really beautiful with the wheel coming to an end, like this coming full circle. There's like a realization. You will be successful. Just be patient with yourself. There is success coming to this. But you know, when I saw round and then looking at the little like water droplet thing, there may be a message for someone with this song, or maybe it's just coming up, but nothing ever just comes up, because I don't believe in coincidences. But this song, I don't even know what's the title of this. Is it, you spin my hand round, round, right round, like a record, baby, round, 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 round. Okay, so someone may be trying to play tricks on you with your mind. I mean, that's, you know, manipulation right there. And this person, or these group of people, or this person may be very good at, like, they know how to play you by making you stay stuck in a certain cycle, is what I'm kind of getting with that. I do recommend that if I ever come across any music or songs, definitely listen to them. You'll probably get a message or gain some type of clarity or something. There'll be something within the song. Or sometimes it's just the one lyric that I say. Alright, so for 9, we have day, decision, wholeness, and restart. Interesting. This is interesting. I like how the colors are so bright with these 2 cards. It's a decision, wholeness, and restart. I feel like this kind of confirms that meteor card that I was saying. Like, once you step into your true, authentic self and start being proud of being who you are and not really caring about people's opinions, that's when a new day begins. When that restart like a new beginning begins. And like I said, we do have the wheel, and the Fool is right under her. Ooh, with the Page of Wands right under her. Like, okay. I'm not gonna keep looking at them. I'm not going to. But you know, that gives me that restart with the Fool right under this completion. Like, you're gonna come to realization that you've been playing small, and you're gonna make the decision. You know, you may be anxious, you may feel a little nervous, a little scared I'm loving how she's got like this yellow goldish coloring makeup on her. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it kind of goes really well with the color of the stone that you picked. But it's also like, it goes with like the card. I don't know, I'm just feeling like there's like a vibe here. Alright, so let's go to the next deck and get some more information. And which one do I want to do? Let's do this one. Now I got that song in my head, but it's like I don't even have all the lyrics to the whole. These people could probably play lots of mind tricks on you. Alright, Spirit. Pile number 1. What is currently blocking them at this time? What is currently blocking them at this time? You know, if, you know, you could be missing out on so much right now because you're not tapped in. Pile number 1. Yeah, we have autumn harvest. Okay, so for some of you could be born in autumn time, like in the months of autumn. Don't have to be. I'm not getting like a time frame. But like with the harvest, that's interesting. This also got that like water circle thing going on. So like completion. I feel like I was saying prior to shuffling this, or while I was shuffling that harvest, you're missing out on blessings because you're afraid to do something that you want to do. Maybe there's a belief system set in place that is keeping you or preventing you from doing this. Maybe for all of you, it's going to be different, you know. It's going to be so different for all of you. You know, for some of you, you may want to, maybe there's a hobby you want to do, but your hobby may be conflicting with your family's beliefs. Or maybe you want to go to school in another state or college in another state for some of you. Like, and, you know, maybe family's like, doesn't like the idea of you doing that. I don't know. But there's just something that you want to do that you're afraid to do because of the people that you're around are not for it. Alright, so we have alchemy, ancestors, and ancestor guides. Alright, so what I'm getting with this, the alchemy. You are being guided by your ancestors to step into your power. They are right there with you. They are helping you. I feel like this is not really giving me like exactly what's causing that. I just feel like okay. This is so interesting. So this is just a message for like okay. I like how this deck is working out with it. This is a reading. Alright. Let me get some more. Keep pulling. Alright, and some more spirit. What is currently blocking my pile number 1? Alright. Let's see. Ooh. Detachment / cold is back of the deck energy. Alright. Alright, so with this being on top of the authentic, the You Are One card, you guys may need to, water may be best for you to work with this being, with the water here, to help purge and release this, way of thinking or the belief system that you have that is no longer helping you. I do want to say that if you have dealt with codependency, to not be hard on yourself. You did what you had to do to basically survive. Okay, so now you're at a point where you're like, you're a big girl, you're a big boy. You don't need to resort to that anymore because now you can defend yourself with that 7 of Wands. Okay, and you need to release these way of thinking that is no longer helping you. Okay, and then we have transcendence and unity. I feel like that this is more like you becoming one with yourself and transcending past an old version of yourself. And you're going to deal with like the death of an old version of yourself, to show empathy for your younger self, to thank that version of yourself for surviving and getting to this point. I'm feeling a little emotional. Probably, it is on the Knight of Cups. I don't know. I feel like you dealt with a lot up until this point, no matter what age you are. But you're meant to transcend and work past this. And you're going to help other people through your actions, or through, mostly it's through your actions. Other people are watching you, are going to watch you transcend and grow. I feel like I'm seeing like there's another card from another deck that I cannot remember what deck it's from, but it's called Fragmented Pieces, and it's like about, I feel like you're gonna call back your power, pile number 1. You're going to gather your own pieces and rebuild yourself. It's kind of like, it's giving me that vibe of like, I forgot what it's called. Having a brain fart. I get a lot of brain farts. Alright, so, I think it's a Japanese quote, or like, I don't know what's the word. I haven't, like, but like, they basically say that, like, when you break a bowl or break a dish, instead of throwing it away, they put it back together, but with gold. And so, like, now the pieces are together, it's back, it's 100% whole again, but now it's even more beautiful because the gold's been added to it. And it's like, you're going to rebuild yourself, and rebuild yourself even more beautiful. So now, not only were these jerks, or these people didn't like it when you shined before, now they definitely not gonna like it, because you're gonna be okay with shining even more brighter. Like, you're gonna come back with more fire, more oomph, with that meteor. You're gonna be like, I'm hearing that line, don't believe me, just watch. It's so funny. I love that. Alright, and then with, oh, I didn't even notice that this card said fragmented. That's so interesting. Alright, so you may have dealt with rejection, loss, or like you may have tried to fit in to avoid feeling rejection. Okay? And now you're going to get to a point where you're like, you know what? It's cool if I get rejected, because now it's just a redirection. That means that person or that job or that situation just wasn't meant for me. And that means that something better is around the corner, or it's just in my near future. You know what I mean? I do want to say for you, pile number 1, that if you're dealing with people that, like, let's say, for example, you have a hobby you're into, and you share this with somebody. Let's say it's a friend that you've been friends with for years, and then they're like, oh, no, that's stupid, or, they have, like, a negative comment to say about it. Instead of being hurt by it, which, it can hurt, don't disregard your feelings. Your feelings are valid, right? But, like, at the same time, like, thank those people. Thank those fucking people, because they're telling you the truth. They're telling you how they feel, and you can accept, like, oh, okay, like you're not really, a real friend ain't gonna, like, or a real person, a person that really wants to support you and love you is not going to basically shit on your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. They're gonna support you. They may be real, you want a real friend, a real ride or die is gonna, maybe sometimes you get a little delusional and they, like, make you like, are you sure that that's what you want to do? Like, those are good friends. But ones that are just, like, constantly, like, not supportive in any way, shape, or form, be grateful that they're telling you up front, because they could be acting in this manipulative way, excuse me, behind the scenes. Some of you may be having blocked throat chakra with my throat, man, constantly needing to be cleared out. You may be afraid to speak up or be afraid to even, like, talk about it. You're dealing with some heavy emotions, so be patient with yourself during this time of release. Alright, and then what is blocking you? Okay, so we have ego, vanity, and pride. Okay, your ego may be telling you that we need to be like this, we have to be like this is what works. But it's not to say that the ego is bad. Okay, your ego is there for you for a reason, and it's not entirely bad. It's just a problem when you become too egotistical and you focus too much on the wrong aspects. Okay, so some of you might deal with pride issues. For some of you, you may not want to acknowledge the fears. You may not want to face that feeling, that anxiety, because it hurts too much, or you may realize deeper feelings attached to this fear, and it may be hard to face, especially with her. I don't even like put two and two together until, like, after I say it, and I'm like, ooh. But, like, you're, facing the truth about yourself. Yeah. Okay, so let's get a little bit more deeper. Pile number 1. What is currently blocking you at this time? What is currently blocking you? What is currently blocking my pile number 1? What is currently blocking my pile number 1, Spirit? We have reflection. And that's interesting because she's looking at her reflection in that image. What is currently blocking my pile number 1? This is my card, Spirit. What is currently blocking my pile number 1? What is currently blocking my pile 1? Pile number 1. One more, Spirit. That's so funny. Anxiety on top of anxiety. That's... okay. Ha! Look at the back of the deck energy is confidence. Look at that happy guy. Look at, he's so happy. Alright. Okay, so what could be changing is your confidence in yourself, with both of those being back of the deck energy. Alright, so okay, with the reflection card being on top of that Seven of Swords, there are some things that you need to reflect on. You need to take note of. Okay? I feel like that there's like a need for self-reflection about a situation, about a person. I'm telling you, just you need to learn or figure out how to ask yourself the right questions in regards of a situation, and just sit and meditate on it, and the answer will come to you. It's just a moment of, like, sometimes it's the right question, sometimes it's just you needing to reflect on the situation that is going to help you get the answer you're looking for. Because the Seven of Swords is not only just about deception, but it's also about being strategic and gathering the information that is required to move forward, right? So, we all, obviously the Seven of Swords is about deception, but like I said, it can also mean the other thing that I was just mentioning about you needing to gather information. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so I feel like once you start defending yourself, once you start being brave and sticking up for yourself, or going after defending your truth, defending your truth, defending your opinion, whatever it may be, you're going to feel peace. You're going to feel at peace. It may be hard at first, initially, but it's going to get easier with time, and you're going to feel more at peace internally. Now, I feel like with the Passion card, your authentic self is very passionate. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are fire signs in this pile, but I'm not going to get heavy into the zodiac signs. Yeah. Anyways, it's because I was thinking of, I was trying to think of another zodiac sign, but I'm not going to get into it. Alright, so, but, like, you're a very passionate person. There's something that you want to go after, or you want to learn, or explore, and you're just meant to rock some boats, guys, and you just gotta be okay with that. You gotta learn to be okay with it. Because you matter as well as those people do. And even though they may not be best for you, it does not mean that you should look at them in a negative light, or look at them in a negative way. It's just not your cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? They are there for some other people, and for those people, and that works for them, and that's good for them. But this situation, these people, whatever you're dealing with, is not for you. And you're meant to be a passionate person. You're meant to go after the things you want to, and yeah, that's what I'm getting with that Passion card. Like, you're allowed to be you. Flaws and all. Because you know what? We got them. We all got them. And there's nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it. The imperfection, the beauty of perfection is in the imperfection. Okay? And with that Ghost card, I think this is pretty interesting. I would like to read the card itself, like the mess. Oh no, I just lost the page. Oopsie doodles. Alright, let me... Oh, cool, I found it again pretty fast. Alright, so I kind of want to read this because it's pretty interesting. It says, when this card comes up in a reading, it may be a ghost from your past has been paying you a visit. Your ghost may be something unresolved or repressed, or a person or situation from your past. Pay attention to what is coming up emotionally during this time. Why do you think this ghost is coming to you now? What is it here to teach you? Okay, so, and then with that being on top of the Knight of Cups, like, I just love how that like resonates together, because um it did mention repressed emotions, repressed situations. You may have even blocked out memories, um because your brain needed to, like your brain had to, because otherwise it probably would have broken you. So now that you're in a place where you're stronger, you're capable of taking care of yourself, now those feelings are going to arise. Those feelings are going to start coming up, and you're going to be like, well, why the fuck do I feel like this? Like, what the hell? Where's this coming from? I was kind of good yesterday, or I'm good today, and all of a sudden I'm like really sad. And those are, you're at a place where you are strong enough to feel those emotions so that you can release those emotions. So sit with them, reflect on them, feel them, and then become at peace with them. You know what I'm saying? Let them go. Just let it go. Okay? And then I love how the protection card not only is right underneath the peace card, but it's on top of this Three of Wands. It's just telling you that I feel like you're strong enough, you're protected, your spirit, your ancestors are here with you. They're protecting you, and they're helping you work through these obstacles that you're experiencing. They're here. You're protected as you navigate through this. It's pretty interesting. I'm looking at the meaning of this card, and I'm gonna read it because I like the way it's worded, and it's perfect for, it's like so well suited for this, for like the reading. Okay. Um it asks you to find the delicate balance of pushing yourself through fearful, anxious situations while also feeling secure. This card asks you, how can you feel protected during those scary situations? Does it mean reaching out to others, or just making sure that you are grounded in the present? How can you move forward while feeling safe? And being patient during this time. Patience is key here for this, with you guys. And just with all this anxiety and anxiousness showing up in the reading, there's a lot of fears that are behind this, and you're gonna learn how to protect yourself, by being grounded, by with knowledge, by understanding, because knowledge is power. Knowledge does help you move forward. It helps you understand, and then with understanding, you're able to go in the direction that you need to. Okay, and this is just confirming the anxious thoughts that you're having. You could be worried about an outcome. You could be the thoughts that come up during when you're feeling anxious about it, about the situation or the people you're dealing with. Those are things that you reflect on, those anxiety and the thoughts that come up with your anxiety. Like, reflect on that, because that is not something that you authentically yourself thinks. Those are other people's projections that were placed upon you. Okay. And then with that back of the deck of confidence, it's just, there's just so much, you're going to become so more confident in yourself once you tap into. I just realized I never showed you guys the back of the deck energy for this deck. That's so interesting. Let me show you. So the back of the deck of this deck is a couple decks back. Initiative, set up, strive for, be optimistic. So, rewriting the narrative that you tell yourself. There may be some subconscious programming that's taken place. You may have a negative thought, a negative way of seeing things, and rewriting your subconscious, and replacing them with positive, being more optimistic and positive in regards of yourself and in your dreams, instead of always like, oh, that would never happen, or oh, that can't be me, or that's for someone else. Like, nah, like, if that's a goal, if that's something that you desire, that's there for a reason. They want you to strive. Take the initiative to choose you for once. Pile number 1. Alright, so I'm going to use my Rebel deck. So the messages can be a little harsh. Just saying. So, what messages do we have for pile number 1? What messages do we have for pile number 1? What's of blocking them? In regards to pile number 1 and what's currently blocking them. We have stop obsessing. Oops. You are not the center of the universe. You are talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. While I'm shuffling, I'm hearing that song. I think that's Kelly Clarkson. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Ugh. Just, that line. I'm having a brain fart. What's it? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Just because I'm, like, being okay with being on your own is what I'm hearing. I'm like, it's from that song. There's a line in that song that says that, but I can't remember the lyrics for some reason. We have fuck fear. It will lie to your face. Ooh, right on top of that authenticity card. I love that. Let's get some more messages for pile number 1. So I feel like this pile already kind of knows what's been kind of blocking them, but they've just been like not, like, trying to avoid it. Oh my goodness. Drop the fucking ego. And then we had ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you, pile number 1, may struggle with vulnerability to some degree. You may have been vulnerable in the past with other people, and they have use that vulnerability against you. So now you've become cold or like detached almost emotionally, but now you're needing to come back to yourself. Shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. Okay, for some of you, this is this in regards to work, a career, or situation that you're dealing with at work. I also feel like for some of you, if this is not in regards to work, reevaluate and change your perspective is the message for you guys. I mean, we did have that Seven of Swords, reevaluate, the reflection message coming through as, you know, reevaluate, confirming that again. So like I said, always apply the message to how it resonates for you. This is a general reading, okay, guys? Alright, and don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. Alright? Back of the deck energy, we have... You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. There may be... Alright, there are some type of... certain specific type of stretches. I don't remember what they're called. Always do your own research. I mean, you do have the Seven of Swords, so, you know, do your own research, guys. But, there is a type of stretching that does help with releasing trapped emotions or stuck emotions. So, you may be interested, in that, or Spirit is trying to tell you to get into that, or look into it, because it will benefit you. So definitely for sure look into that, guys. I would just look up like what stretches that help with releasing trapped emotions, because emotions do get trapped in our body, and that's where illness comes from usually. So yeah, I mean, if you think about it, when you cry, that's a physical form of pain. That is proof that our emotions do affect our physical body. So if you're pushing everything down, they're still there. You are dealing with repressed emotions, file number one, they're coming to the surface. And that's because now you're strong enough to feel those emotions and allow them to come out. You should be so proud of yourself, pile number one. You've come a long way. Alright, so we're going to finish off the reading with advice. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. I'm so excited. That's so funny. Okay, the first card that came out was Be Authentic. I love it. Alright, be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. It is. You're trying to please everybody and you can't. You know, I'm gonna say a little message, like my own, like, okay, with that, like, you know, how do I say this? Alright, for example, when I was a kid, my mom would always, like, my mom made dinner for us, right? Obviously, right? And then, well, obviously, it could be, like, my mom or my dad, but, like, in this case, my mom was the main person that, like, cooked dinner, right? And my mom would ask us, like, what do we want to eat? And there would always be somebody that'd be like, I don't want that, or I don't like that. And whatever dinner dish she made, there would always be someone complaining about something, whether it's a texture or a flavor or whatever it may be. And I learned, like, damn, you just can't please everybody. Holy crap, you just can't please everyone. And that is a good example that you can't please everyone. You know what I'm saying? Pile number one. So, be kind to yourself. You don't need that negativity in your life. Okay. Stop pushing against what is. Align with it and move on. Ooh, right on top of that, and Seven of Wands. Don't fight it. Don't fight the feeling. Sometimes you may need to accept people where they're at in life and accept, like, okay, well, that's where you're at, and I don't have to, like, be here anymore. You know what I'm saying? You must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Now, I feel like that forgiveness can go both ways. Like, I'm not saying to forgive their bad behavior, but you can forgive. Forgiveness can be like you forgiving, like, I'm trying to talk too fast before I can even say it. It's kind of like what I was just saying prior to like that card coming out. Like forgiving them for where they're at in life, like on their journey, like because holding a grudge, holding anger towards somebody, it only poisons you. It's like drinking poison. Like you're holding on to that. You're only hurting yourself in the long run by holding on to those negative energies, those negative emotions. So forgiving that person, like I forgive you, but I'm gonna remove myself now. And yeah, and then forgiveness, you know, even if you're not even ready for that type of forgiveness yet, because that takes a lot of emotional maturity to do that. You forgive yourself as well. You forgive your younger self for not knowing better, and you thank your younger self for getting you to this point. Because if it wasn't for them, then you wouldn't be here where you're at today if it wasn't for your younger self. So forgive yourself for not knowing better, and then using that knowledge that you have now and applying that in the future. So forgiveness can be towards both ends. It usually is for both. Okay, let's get some more advice for my pile number 1. Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. Alright, we get 2 more cards for advice. Trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. You may have a big heart, pile number 1, and just have a lot of love to give, and you may have forgotten about yourself along the way. That's okay. Forgive yourself for doing that. But trusting yourself first, and always putting yourself first. Because if you don't do it, who the fuck is? Let's be real. Even mothers or parents in general. Like, for example, in the airplane, they tell you to put your air mask on, your oxygen thing. They tell the parent to put that on first before putting their child's on. Because if you're not conscious, you're not going to be there to be able to help your child. You get what I'm saying? And your child ain't going to know how to take care of you because they're children, right? So always put yourself first and trust others once they've earned your trust. Alright, last final advice card for my pile number 1. Oh, Spirit's like, no, they can have 2. Oh, I love the back of the deck energy. Oh. Alright, so give yourself some credit for doing a good job at this whole living thing. Aww. Pile 1. I just want to give you guys a big hug. And then you have make time to play, have fun, and be free. Oh, I love that. Alright, and back of the deck energy. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. And you always bounce back better and stronger. Hey! I love it. Well, this is what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope this resonates. I hope this helps give you some confirmation, some support. Sending you all my love. I hope I see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. Who chose this clear quartz cluster? Let's find out. Let's move you to the side. We're going to start with the tarot, and then we're going to move into oracle. And followed by advice at the end of the reading. Alright, so Spirit's tapping me into the collective that chose pile number 2. What is currently blocking them at this time? What is currently blocking my pile 2s at this time? Okay then. Ooh, starting off with the wheel. Alright. What is currently blocking? Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I'm saying interesting because this was pile 1's back of the deck energy, and this was one of the cards that flew out for pile number 1. But luckily, we're getting different cards. So you see how those cards flew out. So, pile number 2. What is currently blocking my pile number 2s at this time? Alright, I got my 5 cards. Ooh, well, hello. Interesting. Back of the deck energy is 5 of Wands. Rivalry. Sheesh Louise. Can't even talk. Alright. Then I'm going to slide these down so I can move the back of the deck energy up here, because, yeah. Pile number 1 had some extra cards, so like the whole layout was way different than what I'm used to. And these cards are a little bit more wider than what I'm used to using. So hopefully that glare is not too bad. Sorry if it is. Okay. Interesting. We have the wheel. Starting off with the reading. Major Arcana. Nice. Okay. But I'm also seeing 5 with the... Okay. 5 represents changes, and then we're starting off with changes. That's so interesting. And then back of the deck energy is with the 5. So 5 is significant here. Coming up twice in the reading. Alright, so we're starting off with the wheel. 3 of Wands. Followed by the Ace of Wands. 5 of Swords. Followed by the 4 of Wands. This is interesting. What is currently blocking you? Huh. Okay, well, there's going to be some changes that are taking place. For sure. Obviously, right? With the wheel here. Now, I'm just curious what's underneath here. Decisions. What's underneath that? More decisions! Ah! Okay. That's so funny. Okay. Okay, during this time of changes, there are going to be some changes that are taking place. So I feel like with pile number 2, you're looking for some type of clarity within a situation. You know, like maybe you're trying to bring in a manifestation or something, and you're just like, well, why the fuck isn't it not here yet? Like, what the fuck? You know, it's like the vibe I'm getting for you guys. Like, you're getting kind of a little frustrated. Alright, so... There is patience that is needing for during this change or time of change. There's just a need for patience. Okay, be a little patient with yourself during these changes. There are just things that are going on around you at this time. But there's a decision that's needing to be made with that 2 of, what is it, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands underneath those 5 of Wands. Interesting. There's a lot of fire energy here. I think I'm gonna get some clarification before I start making any, like, I had a feeling that one of these piles were gonna need clarification. I don't normally the messages are pretty direct and clear, but just bear with me, pile number 2. Let's get more into this. Can I get clarification on this 5 of Swords? feeling defeated. Why is my pile 2 feeling defeated? What is, sir? What is the? Can I get clarification on this 5 of Swords before I get into more? Clarification on this 5. Oops, it is. King of Shells, which is the King of Cups. Harmony and integrity. Huh. This is interesting. I want to see how this book depicts that 5 of. Alright, interesting. I'm going to read the little story that comes along with this. There's just a little story. I'm not going to read the whole, page. I advise you that a simple and friendly debate doesn't hurt me or anyone else competing with me, unless I allow it, of course. Keyword, rivalry. A mischievous prehistoric princess has traveled in time from the Stone Age into our modern era, and has made a spoiled decision that this is where she wants to stay. Her 2 dinosaur guardian friends and caretakers have traveled from their Stone Age era into our modern times as well to take their princess back where she belongs. The princess likes it here so much that she has refused to go back to her world. The dinosaurs strongly and forcefully debate whether to leave her where she wants to stay or take her back where she truly belongs. You're debating for something that you want very badly, or a change that you want to make in your life for the greater good. Remember, by engaging in competition, you are not fighting, nor should you be hurting other people or yourself. Put your skills to the test in order to obtain all that you have been longing for, with a clean strategy and with a clear mind. That's interesting. I would have considered debating more like a 5 of Swords energy. That's pretty interesting. So, that that story kind of goes along with what's going on. Alright, so there's going to be some significant changes, whether you like them or not, that are going to be happening or taking place. You're being advised to be patient during these times of changes. There will be a surge of energy that is coming, a boost, a new opportunity to, so either, in this case it says energy, but so you're going to be having a surge of energy to go after something, or you may be feeling really passionate to go after something, and others may have opposing opinions, and you may emotionally feel defeated. With her painting those roses red, it's giving me you're trying to paint a picture. Okay. It's kind of giving me the vibe of you know best, but you might be advised to listen to others because they might have some good advice, or internally you just Like, have you ever, like, been in a situation where you're so emotionally driven to, like, get the fuck out of a situation that you don't care you don't care how you handle it as long as you get out, and you may be having a decision, or you might be making rational decisions that are, like, either where you undermine somebody, or, like, you may be hurting others in the process, and it's not good for you in the long run. But we do have success and unity here with the Four of Wands. And then the King of Shells does say harmony and integrity. Ooh, it's pretty interesting. Let me see. I want to see what the storyline is for that Five of Swords. Because I kind of like how certain books depict some of these meanings. Alright. Ugh, this is not fair. I followed the rules and regulations. I played by morals and ethics, and yet I've been cheated and humiliated. Defeat. A devastated maiden who is deeply upset by the fact that she has lost an art contest sits on the floor surrounded by semi-colored roses that she's painted all on her own without anyone's help. She's displeased because she lost to a wicked and deceiving cat who you can see blending into the flowers and hiding behind her. Let me, the little cat's right there. I lost my place. Alright, there we go. This cat bought the judges' votes with gifts and precious goods. Despite that, the maiden painted all those roses on merit, using hard work and dedication. She can't help but feel angry, cheated that the judges would comply with the cat's bribes. To her, this is unforgivable. Okay. Defeat based on dishonor. Be cautious with other people who will try to humiliate you. You've lost a battle, and it's time for you to resign and accept your loss. If you feel overpowered or dominated by someone, it's best if you remove yourself from the competition. You're prone to being a victim of humiliation. Read between the lines and be aware of who you're dealing with. You may find someone conspiring against you. I mean, we do have that Five of Wands that says bribery. So, that's interesting. I feel like that message is definitely, that storyline is definitely going to, yeah. So, okay. So, you're dealing with a situation that's been unfair and unjust, right? So, whether this is a group of people or just a situation, like in this case, well, it's a competition. All right. So, apply it to your situation. All right. So, you've been dealing with some unjust, unfair situations. So, like, maybe you don't like being against the system. The system is not built for everybody to be successful, as an example. Maybe you're in school and you're dealing with an authoritative figure that is, hold on one second. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. My mic died. Alright, well, we're just gonna roll with it. Hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. Alright. So, like I was saying, for some of you, you might be, like, dealing, like, let's say you're in school, or there's, like, a sense of authority that's just not in your favor. Okay? There are some changes that are going to be taking place, but you need to remain patient during these changes. There may have been, like, something that you wanted to go towards. There may be something that you wanted to birth, something new, something creative and passionate that you want to thrive in or go towards, and people may have had try to get under your skin in some way, shape, or form, or may have stolen like your ideas and try to say that they're your own, and then when you try to, like, you know, justify, like, not like that was my idea, what the fudge, you know, stuff like that, like, there's no winning this situation. There's just no winning. What is currently blocking you You need to know when is it the right time. When is it worth the battle and when is it not worth the battle? It's funny because this is funny because I've learned this. I've learned this lesson. I couldn't think of the word. I'm having a brain fart. You know, like sometimes I'll find myself in a situation. I'm going to use a driving example. Sometimes I'm not the type of person that will sit there and blare my horn at somebody who cut me off or almost, you know, my first initial thought is safety, right? Being cautious and being safe for myself, for the precious cargo I have in my car and those around me so that they're safe too. So I make a rational, safe, cautious maneuver. So I'm using driving as an example, right? So sometimes my partner, my spouse would be like, well, why didn't you honk at them? And like, because that's the first thing he does. Like, as soon as he, like, let's say he was going to get cut off and that person almost hit us, he would blare his horn while doing that. But sometimes I can't do both of those at once. And sometimes, unfortunately, you'll learn that it's not good to fight back with teeth, you know? Especially if you're Capricorn rising or you have Saturn ruling your chart, like, Saturn kind of, like, expects you to be the better person in the situation. So you might find yourself in situations where, if you were to fight back, you end up looking like the bad person. Or everybody sees that this person is like, they don't see the bad thing that this person does, but then they happen to see you. Like, for another example I could give you is, let me think. Like, let's say you got a bully or somebody's picking on you or bullying you or whatever, and the authorities in your life, they don't see that, and so you decide to give them a piece of their own medicine, doing the exact same thing that they've been doing to you. You give it to them, but then that's when the teacher sees you, or that's when the adult figure sees you, and now all of a sudden you're being punished because you did this, you know? So learning when is it to fight back, when is the right time to fight back, when is it to use your energy for that, or just remove yourself from that situation. Because, hear me out, sometimes removing yourself from the situation is way better than, you know, getting your lick back at them. Even though sometimes you kind of want to, sometimes it's best to just, you know, keep your energy to yourself, remove yourself from the situation. You know, in some situations, that's going to be a little difficult to do. I'm not going to sit here and clarify all these cards, but back of the deck is King of Crystals, which is King of Pentacles, courage and commitment. You know, this is going to take some courage. It's going to take some courage to not want to fight back. It's going to, you know, like, not really courage, but like, I mean, to an extent, yeah, sometimes you have to know how to hold back certain strong emotions. Then with two kings being here is you know, maturity and growth. Okay, so let's get some more information on this. So if you're dealing with a rival, you're dealing with somebody who is against you, or constantly, I want to say, up your ass in some way, shape, or form. I'm getting like they want a reaction out of you. Don't give it to them. Let's see. Pile number 1. Why did I say pile number 1? Sorry. Pile number 2. Give me clear quartz. Pile number 2. What is currently blocking them at this time? I love how life, joy, and I love how this card is right on top of this Ten of Wheel. This lesson is completing itself. It's coming to an end. So, there will be some internal changes which will lead to you successfully overcoming this situation. Now, for others of you that have not, you will the universe is definitely going to initiate those changes for you. So you're being reminded to be patient during these times of changes. You may get a surge of energy or an idea, and you may feel conflicted or have opposition in regards to going after this goal or bringing this into new. You may feel conflicted, or there may be a pattern of people keeping you or stopping you or arguing with you or undermining. I know 5 represents changes, but sometimes 5s can be conflicting energy that can be a little difficult to work with sometimes. But with with this card here, with rebirth, there is a new cycle coming and growth, that maturity with growth. That kind of confirms that maturity message that I was coming. This situation is meant to help you mature and keep you grounded. Alright, so we have expressive, mastery, skill, charisma. Alright, so you may find yourself in arguments with people. Or feeling like you always have to defend yourself in some way. There's just going to be a change in the way that you express yourself. Pile number 2. Okay, it's interesting. We have old memories, experience, and history. I'm wondering... if you're going to be this Ace of Wands is going to be... I'm wondering if you're going to be presented a situation. Okay, so you may have, for those of you that have already learned this lesson, or like you kind of understand this lesson, I feel like you're going to be presented with a situation that's similar to what you've been through. And you're going to be successful overcoming that. Like a test, like Spirit's gonna test you, but like you have completed this situation, like this lesson, like you have completed it with the wheel being here, like with it being a 10, but like I want to say you have, because with it upright. Otherwise, if this came in reverse, this would give me like you're gonna repeat this lesson again, because you still haven't like fully, because like the wheel can go both ways. It can go either positive or negative. You know, it can either rock your boat and cause conflict in order for it to initiate that change, where you get pushed so much that to the point where you finally make the change, or you know, you could be tested, or you could be rewarded with the Ace of Wands, with a surge of energy to go after this, or whatever it is you want to go after, or birth into the world. You may feel conflicted about doing this because of past resistance, or what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it at this point that I could think of right now. Okay, so we have second, immediately, now, and hastily. Okay, so this situation what's blocking you? When this conflict or this feeling of defeat comes in, you may feel the urge to move quick, to get out of it, and that may be a way of coping with it, or like how you coped with it in the past, and you're being guided to handle that feeling differently this time, and you're going to be successful at that. The Four of Wands ending coming at the end. What is currently blocking my pile 2? We have days considered foolish and hesitate. Back of the deck energy is water, resources, wealth, and opportunities. So there's an opportunity. I mean, opportunity is with that Ace of Wands. And the water kind of is reminding me of that King of Cups. You may need to be resourceful. I feel like the wealth kind of goes with this Four of Wands. It doesn't mean like wealth is coming in. That is a possibility. This may lead to wealth. But it's giving me like success. What is blocking you? You may feel foolish. You may be afraid to be seen as dumb. You may be afraid to, you may be hesitant after going something. Okay, so this could be internal conflict for you. Alright, so it doesn't always have to be an actual, another person opposing you, for, apply it to how it resonates for you. For some of you, it's going to be an internal conflict because of the way your internal dialogue, like from your past experiences. And you may feel in conflict, you may feel the internal conflict. For others of you, this could be an actual person causing this feeling. Like they could be inflicting this with their word of their like, you may get into like arguments with this person, or like there may be like a secret rivalry with somebody, and secret competition with you. But you may feel afraid to go after this, or to, let's get some more information. The situation may require you to be resourceful. This is interesting. I wonder how this is going to apply to all of you if I have to. What is currently blocking my pile number 2? We have Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords. And that says Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. These could be your signs. They don't have to be. This could be another person. If you're dealing with a rivalry, if you're dealing with competition, this could be their signs. But this is also talking about communication. So you may not have, you may not be very confident in the way you communicate. There may be a blockage, there may be a throat chakra blockage that is preventing you from allowing this opportunity to grow. And it could be because of past experiences. Maybe people shut you down quickly. Alright, so we have thoughts and isolating. Alright, so like, okay, so for like, okay, this is starting to come together now. So you guys definitely are having some inner conflict with yourselves about your communication style, or something that there's something that you want to go after, but there's like an inner like narrative that you keep repeating in your head about, and you may even be isolating yourself because of it. Maybe you're trying to avoid your feelings. With that King of Cups, clarifying that Five of Swords, that is possible. Excuse me. With the King of Pentacles as back of the deck, needing to be grounded will help you. Getting grounded will help you with you may be too much in your head and not enough in reality, in the physical. I keep hearing like the narrative. Alright, so, the isolating may not apply to everybody, but there is a portion of you that could be isolating yourself because you're afraid of this pushback from other people. Or it could be, if it's not other people, it's just you yourself saying like, oh, this will never happen, and like you kind of kill the opportunity before it can even sprout. You know, you're like, you don't even give it a chance. You could be self-sabotaging. Pile number 2. What is currently blocking my pile number 2s? I would suggest learning if you're dealing with self-sabotage, understanding where it stems from and how can you overcome that. What is currently blocking my pile number 2, Spirit? Interesting. We have family, home, and commitment. That's interesting because the back of the deck of the King of Pentacles, if I can get the card out, is commitment. And then, I did say something. Oh my goodness, I got hiccups. Okay. Right underneath the King of Pentacles is the Magician. And it says, oh, this is creation. Never mind. I thought that said resource. Well, yeah, but actually the Magician just uses their resources. Traditionally, you will see a guy with, like, he'll have a wand, a cup, a pentacle, and a sword. So he's using his resources of all the elements to create his manifestation. So you may need to be resourceful within the matter or your situation. But let's continue. We have Sun, Strength, Empowerment. Oh, we got an extra card. Let's see. Oh, we got 2 extra cards. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. All right, so we have Action, Courage, Jupiter, and Beginnings. I think that's pretty interesting with that being on top of the 4 of Wands, because and also in correspondence with the wheel, new beginnings will be taking place. You're being encouraged to go after that new beginning or to nourish that beginning. With it being on top of the 4 of Wands, you will be successful at doing this. I feel like that the situation does require some strength. I do feel like there is a sense of empowerment that is going to take place. So these could be changes that are going to be coming for you. Now, this new beginning will, could affect your family, your home. You could be told to be staying committed to this new beginning because it's meant to empower you. It's interesting. Alright, so we have messages and dreams. And then we have integration and union. And then back of the deck energy, we have reflection and projections. That's interesting. So you may be surrounded by people that are projecting onto you, pile number 2. And some reflection will definitely help you realize that. Or a lot of you are receiving messages through your dreams. I feel like you're meant to integrate this lesson so that you can move forward and liberate yourself. Let's get some more information. What is currently blocking you? I feel like pile 1's message was just so much more direct than yours is, in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if this pile picked more than one pile. If you came from pile number 1, that was a long reading. So if you're here from pile number 1, bless your heart for sitting here through all these readings. Alright, so pile number 2. What is currently blocking them at this time? I feel like with this card, with this mirror being broken, you may your lens or perception may be distorted, or you're being fed a lie from somebody that you trust, maybe, and that it could be a secret enemy. Pile number 2. What is currently blocking my pile number 2? Interesting. We have faith. Alright, so I feel like with the faith card being on top of the wheel is like, have faith that the wheel is going to turn in your favor. Have faith that you're going to be able to overcome this situation and have a successful outcome. Because we do have that Four of Wands. And that Four of Wands is going to provide a new beginning. We have pain. What was this card? Oh yeah, the 3. Be patient, because patience is required because you're working through some painful experiences, some painful a painful situation or emotions or big, Let me keep pulling up some more cards. Pile number 2. What is currently blocking my pile number 2? Now, for some of you, you may not even be aware that you have someone secretly competing with you. And you might be very hurt when you find out that this was somebody that you once trusted or highly trusted. Pile number 2. What is currently blocking them? There may be some old wounds that are blocking you that you need to release. We have anxiety. You may be afraid of stepping into the new. Pile number 2. What is pile number 2? What's currently blocking my pile number 2? Oh, that's interesting. This fell out first, but I shoved it back in. And here, lo and behold, it is here again. We have mystery and isolation. Back of the deck, we have caution. So I want to read from the book some of these cards, not all of them, because I like how it's such a simple description that helps so much. Okay. When you're feeling anxious, it's usually because you're very worried about something that has an uncertain outcome. Okay, with that Ace of Wands, there may be something that you want to go after, or birth in, or bring into the world, or go after, or something you're passionately driven for, but you're afraid of the outcome. You're afraid of the pushback. Okay. When this happens, we write a script in our heads, creating an outcome that is most likely far worse than the actual outcome. Try your best to stay in the present and not focus on things that haven't occurred yet. So there is a need for getting grounded. I did mention that earlier with that, with that King of Pentacles. We do have isolate. You had isolating and isolation. Okay. Okay, so being isolated can feel lonely, but it can also be tremendously healing. When you're feeling secluded, it can be a time to learn more about yourself, to dive down deep into the parts of yourself that you can't reach when you're around others, and learn the importance of some alone time. Give yourself the chance to heal and rediscover yourself. You could be picking up on other people's I wouldn't be surprised if this group deals with projection, but you could be, the reason why you probably feel anxious is probably because you're probably picking up on other people's emotions. If you spend some time alone, you'll definitely be able to clear out that energy and understand it better and understand your own energy. So then when you go back to those people and you're feeling anxious, you'll realize that you're picking up on their anxiousness, or those are people that you don't want to be around because they're not for you. So, keep in mind that the body keeps track and keeps score of things. So, listen to what your body's telling you. Alright, so this card talks about surrendering into the unknown, embracing the mysteries of life, and letting things happen and unfold as they need to. I mean, that kind of goes with that 10 with the wheel card. Interested in what the caution card says, though. This card signals not to rush things. It asks you to slow down and listen to your inner voice. If something doesn't feel right about the situation that you're in, ask questions, honor your intuition, and proceed with care. You are protected during this situation, but you're being told to take your time, slow down, because you're in this. There's a lot of 5 energy here, and there's movement going on, and you may not feel very grounded at this time, and so spending some time alone will help you manage your thoughts a little bit better, because you're going to realize which ones are your own, and which ones are not yours. That's interesting with the pain card being on top of the patient card. Remember that after pain comes healing. How can you find healing and be gentle with yourself at this time, or at this moment? Being patient with yourself when these feelings come up. Alright, so there's a need for getting grounded. I feel like this pile is so diverse that it's just kind of giving you advice about what you're going through more than it's like giving me like what you're going through. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Usually when readers are like the most confused is when they're the most accurate, and I've like been learning like to just roll with it, you know. Yeah, it just is what it is. Alright, so apply the message as it resonates for you and leave the rest. Because this is a general reading. Okay? Alright. So, we're going to move on to the next deck. This deck is my Rebel deck. So, no, it's not my actual deck, but it's a Rebel deck. It's called the Rebel deck. It's a little mean. Tough titty, said the kitty, but the milk was still good. Alright, so it gives a little tough love. I love it. It's fun. It's a fun deck. Alright, so we're gonna get some messages. What's currently blocking my pile number 2s? What do they need to know? What do my pile 2s need to know about their blockages? No. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. Pile number 2. What is my pile number 2? What is blocking my pile number 2s? So the way you're perceiving something, you may be trying to avoid, but yeah, with that isolating, it gives me like avoidancy. So you could be trying to avoid having to see the truth in a situation, or within a friend group, or with a person. And there's going to be a decision that you have to make, and you're going to have to choose yourself, and it might hurt for you know, with that pain being there. It's going to hurt having to let go of somebody that you know, once trusted. Like I said, apply it to how it plays out for you. We have, you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact, clean up yourself. I said that backwards. Clean yourself up. I did that earlier. I said I swapped the 2 words and I did it again. I feel like that I can apply that to this reading in some way. Like, you may try to... I wonder if you guys even, like, gaslight yourself into, like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? That may not apply to everybody, though. Alright, so we have detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. I'm just saying. Alright, so we have stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Knowing when enough is enough. Knowing when to remove yourself from a situation. Some people are so damn stubborn and want to see things a certain way. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your resources, you're wasting your energy by trying to get this person to see something different. You can't take everybody with you, and that's the sad part. And you may need to come to that realization. Alright, and then we have, you're going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Alright, so, Spirit is acknowledging that you're going through something hard, and, it happens. Everybody goes through it. This is a chance for growth and maturity. Alright, you're growing from this. So this ain't for nothing. Alright, pile 2. Just keep that in mind. And then back of the deck energy, we have laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Like, where did it go? I don't know. Where did it go? I feel like with the laugh card, like, I really feel like you're going to learn to, like, once you pass this and heal from it, you're gonna look back at the situation and, like, just laugh at it. You're gonna laugh at it. You're gonna, like, there's gonna be something humorous of the matter, Like, you might even laugh at this person's ridiculousness of, like, having their head up their ass, and then you have at one point had your head up your ass because you're, fighting with this person when deep down, it's like you're wasting your time. It's giving me, like, Taurus energy, like a bull, like a stubborn bull, I mean, I have to mention that Scorpio is a sister sign of Taurus. I'm just saying. It is they are fixed energy. So, they get fixated on a perspective or a certain way of being, and maybe you've been trying to give this person advice or guidance, and I've also learned in life that sometimes you're not the messenger for everybody. No matter, like, you ever heard of that saying, you could lead the horse to water but you can't make it drink the water? Yeah, that's the situation. So you did the best that you could by guiding or giving advice or helping out this person, but, like, they're just draining your resources. They're draining you of your energy. Alright, so we're going to finalize this reading with some advice for you, pile number 2. What advice do we have for my pile number 2 in regards to their blockages? Oh, nice, thank you. I got like 3 of them right there. Alright, stop looking outside yourself for the answer. You already know them. Look around and find some signs the universe is speaking to you. I mean, we did have messages. So, like I said, you could be getting messages from your dreams. Some of you are getting signs in different ways. It could be the way, it could be through a communication. It could be, like, a conversation with somebody, and they just say the right thing that makes things click for you. Okay? Alright, and then we have stay present, that's where life happens. That gives you that grounding energy, the needing to stay present in the moment, not getting wrapped up in the chaoticness or the like, if you're dealing with somebody, this is somebody that knows how to get into your head and mess with you, and you may overthink and overanalyze and then never like move forward. And as an example, you know, because we had that anxiety, and the anxiety was mentioning that like you wanting a specific type of outcome, and the need to like not think about the future. The situation that you're dealing with, the blockage that you're dealing with, does not, it requires you to sit still and not think about the future and not reminisce on the past, but focus on what's happening right now and how are you feeling right now, and then reflecting on that, and then moving forward with what you've come to realization of. Do something kind for someone without any expectation. Alright, final advice. Remember that it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. And back of the deck energy. Stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live. Alright. That's pretty interesting. Your reading had me a little bit all over the place. You may be feeling like you're all over the place. Didn't you have fragmented, or was that the other? I think that may have been the other pile. But look at her, she's kind of fragmented. Just want to double check. But you're integrating something. There's a message of that you're like a lesson that you're integrating, and you will be able to fully integrate that once you like kind of settle down and get grounded. Yeah. So you may have been hearing repeated messages. There's a need. Okay, so yeah, like some of you have been dealing with projections. Like I did mention that earlier. But this is what I have for you, pile 2. I hope this resonates. I hope this provides some type of support and guidance and to helping you get through this. Sending you all my love, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hello, pile 3, who chose the Amethyst cluster. This reading's for you. What is currently blocking you? Let's find out. Keep in mind that these are general messages, so only apply to how it resonates for you and leave the rest. Pile number 2 was pretty interesting, to say the least. So pile 1 went from like being direct. Pile number 2 was like little, and then we're going to find out about you. Pile 3. What is currently blocking my collective that chose pile number 3? Oh, hello. Interesting. Nice. Pile 3. What is currently blocking my pile 3? Yeah, this landed upside down on the floor, but I'm putting it upright. I'll take that into consideration. Oh, thank you so much for the last 2. Oh, nice. Okay, interesting. This was in pile 2, and this card was in pile 2. This was pile 2's back of the deck energy, though. Alright. Okay, we're going to move you guys down a little bit. We're going to move these a little bit down, because the back of the deck energy ain't going to show. Alright, let's see what the back of the deck energy is. And we have the 3 of Wands. Alright. Alright, so we got the 6 of Wands, followed by the 4 of Wands, followed by regret, the 5 of Wands, and the High Priestess. What's under here? We have two nice cards following by two conflicting cards, ending with a major arcana. I think every pile had one major arcana card. Let me see. I don't think I cleared out the energy of this deck. Give me 1 second. I'm going to clarify some cards before I start saying what I want to say. Just currently blocking it. I mean, the amethyst does help with, I don't know, when I see amethyst, it's more than like just, you know, your intuition and your psychic abilities, but with the High Priestess here, something about your intuition or subconsciousness. Let's see. Patience is required of you, though, to while handling this blockage that you're currently. All right. Can you clarify the Six of Wands for me? Am I holding this? No. Okay, so we have the. That is interesting. What was that? The Five of Cups reverse. That's interesting. This deck's way of interpreting the Five of Shells reverse talks about embracing lessons from your past, honoring your strengths, and focus your energy toward a new bright beginning. Alright, so I just wanted to, like, you know, every deck has its way of, like, interpreting the general message of that card's meaning. So I just genuinely get curious of how they write. I mean, you will be victorious in overcoming this, but it's pretty interesting how it's coming up twice. Can I get clarifications on this Five of Cups? Can I get clarification, please? Pretty interesting that this big giant moon is right here. No, yeah, well, the moon can represent things of the subconscious and things that are hidden, which is kind of reminds me of that High Priestess energy. What is currently blocking you? What's this Five of Cups, Spirit? Clarification on this Five of Cups, please. Double 5 energy. Alright. Six of Pentacles. Gratitude. Alright, can I get clarification on this Five of Wands? I feel like your reading is going to be, like, complex, like the previous reading. We have the World card, fulfillment and celebration, completion. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is, we have Five of Feathers as back of the day. We got a lot of freaking fives. There is a lot of change and conflicted change that is taking place. Your resilience has definitely been tested. I do see victory over the Five of Cups energy. And we do have victory plus the Four of Wands. So you'd be celebrating after a victory. Now, some of you may be dealing with a low-key hater that's blocking you. And they may have had cut you off. Or like, maybe, have you guys dealt with someone, they may have been a hidden enemy, and they just, I feel like after success comes this like drama, and I feel like the Six of Pentacles is telling you to tap to help you overcome this Five of Cups energy. Is gratitude, having gratitude, showing. So like, you know, if you're dealt with somebody that has left you out in the cold, because normally that's, well, the Five of Cups is about, you know, he's normally looking at his three cups that have fallen over, but he forgets that he has the other two. So shifting your perspective from the loss into what you have still, okay? And then being showing gratitude towards the cups that you still have. And then with the World card, you know, this card does depict, it says fulfillment and celebration, which is what the Four of Wands is. And the Six of Wands. Yeah, making sure I read that right. Six of Wands is about victory. So you know, you celebrate with the Four of Wands, right? Fulfillment. Something has come to an end, and you may be stuck or trapped in this you know, in regret, or feeling like sad that like something is no longer there with you. Let me see. Can I get, what is this High Priestess? What is this High Priestess letting us know? What does the High Priestess want my pile threes to know? King of Feathers, which is the King of Swords, logic and justice. And then the Knight of Crystals is showing up as back of the deck. So that says endurance and determination. It's interesting. That's interesting. With this being logic and she's holding a book, you may, okay, so there may be, okay, patience is key to achieving this victory, pile three. So what is blocking you? I feel like this is more advice on your blockage than the actual blockage, because I think all of you are going to be experiencing something different as your victory, but you may not be feeling very victorious at this time, but there will be something to celebrate for in the end. In the end. That's interesting. Interesting. I'm hearing the song In the End. Is that even the title of the song? But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I try so hard. Oh, I just had it in my head. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I try so hard. And got so close. What? Fudge so close. I just had the line in my head. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. It feels like you may feel despair about this situation. Like you may have put a lot of time and energy in the situation or in a person only for them to, you know, disappear, or for them to, you know, become this enemy or be this hidden enemy. Now's the time for you to start looking for the answers and allowing your intuition and your inner guidance to guide you to the answers that you're looking for. You will overcome this. There will be adjustments that will be taking place or need to take place in order to move forward. Let's get some more information. You may be feeling discouraged at this time because I keep hearing that song. Who even sings that? What group sings that song? The title is In the End. It's got to be In the End because I can just keep hearing that part. Is that Linkin Park that sings that? I'm just hearing, I tried so hard. I'm not a singer, guys, so, you know, bear with me. I know I'm not a singer, but I definitely get a lot of messages through music, and I don't believe in coincidences, so... I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. You may have put your trust in somebody for them to betray you or leave you out in the cold. Well, that's not. Why do I keep wanting to say leave you out in the cold? That's not what the Five of Cups is about. The Five of Cups is about disappointment. There's a disappointment that you're dealing with, and it could be in regards to somebody being secret in competition. You may find out that someone was never really on your side, and you know that's really hard to deal with and cope with. But your blockage is this disappointment. So something disappointed you. So it doesn't have, you know, it could be a person, but it doesn't have to be. And the World card does represent fixed signs. So Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. We do have the lion there with the Leo. But King of Feathers also represents air signs. So Aquarius, Gemini. But I think that represents Aquarius, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So please forgive me. But air signs for sure. Okay. Let me see. Let's get some more information. What's currently blocking my pile 3? Energy, abundance, wealth, and freedom. Ha! Abundance, wealth, and freedom, which is it kind of represents that Six of Wands energy. So funny. Okay, well, obviously your energy is kind of being blocked at this time. Like, your energy is blocked. There's no flow of energy. We have days, consider, foolish, and hesitant. These are energies you probably are embodying or feeling in this moment, or, you know, dealing with, that are aiding in that blockage. What is currently blocking my pile 3s? What is currently blocking my pile 3s? We have book, memory, achievement, and spirit. With that, when I brought up the book again, the book here and the logic, there's something that's going to help you once you start diving into, like, some of you may need, like, information that will help you overcome this feeling of disappointment. We have focus, serious, sensitive, and concerned. And then we have clock, regular, neat, controllable. Okay, so there's a need to, well, that's pretty interesting, because the first thing I thought of when I saw this image of those rocks, I was like, dang, that's like, you gotta balance that. And we had the 6 of Pentacles right here clarifying this 5. And then you also had the 6 of Wands, and 6, you know, it definitely brings out a sense of balance, a need of balance. So, balance is key here. There's something that you're concerned or you're sensitive. Okay, I was shuffling when I wasn't supposed to be shuffling, so that meant one more card needed to come out. So we have universe, confusion, distance, and alienation. Alienation. I don't even know. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Alright, so this situation may have been pretty, I want to say it struck a nerve. Definitely hit you. Alright, so back of the deck we have curse, supernatural, dilemma, and malevolence. Jeez. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is I ain't trying to scare nobody, but for some of you, you know, there could be I'm not trying to say y'all are cursed. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody try to hex you guys. But the dilemma, there is a problem that is blocking you, that you need to work through. You may need to gain some knowledge or information in order to understand what is blocking you and why it's blocking you. There may be some information that you need to come across before you can, that will help aid you into that successful outcome that you are going to be having. Now, for some of you, you may have had experienced a win and are feeling very sad that someone is no longer a part of your life. For you to share that with them, that is a possibility. But there's just like, I feel like that with patience, this success will come, but it's going to require you to release all of this. Or on the contrary, like I was saying, you'll have the success, but then all of this is going to come up. And so you need to work through that. Okay, so we have party, external. So there is someone outside of you that is causing your block. We have sun, strength, and empowerment. What is causing... What is currently blocking my pile 3? We have Pluto, transformation. I mean, you guys do have, like, a bunch of 5s here going on. So, like, I'm going to be surprised. We have to trust divine time. distance, repeat, or time out. Let's get one more. What is currently blocking my pile 3s? That's too many. I just want one more, Spirit. We have assistance and spirit guides. And then back of the deck, we do have confusion, Neptune, illusions. And then, as you can see, we got rose-colored glasses. Alright, so you may be seeing a situation not truly for what it is, or a person for not for what it is, and Spirit is awakening you to see that, or guiding you to the information. So there might be some information that you're going to come across that's going to give you that realization, and then that's where that may lead to this hurt, right? And then that's going to cause this there's going to be this strength, this inner will to overcome it is going to lead to this transformation. And this is all divine planning. This is all part of the journey, pile 3. You may need to distance yourself, or distancing yourself at this time, and pulling within, going within with that high priestess will definitely benefit you and help give you some clarity. Let's get some more information. That's interesting. I just saw 222 on the clock because I'm trying to keep track of my time because I have somewhere I need to be soon. So that's pretty interesting that the time was 222. So that may be a number that you're seeing, an angel number, this repeated number. And 222 adds up to 6, so, you know. Okay, so let's get some more information on what is currently blocking my pile 3s. What is currently blocking my pile 3s at this time? We have abundance. So this could be blocking your abundance at this time. I feel like this is not telling me what is caught. Oh, give me 1 second. Okay, sorry for that brief interruption, pile 3. So, I did want to say before I continue pulling more cards, with that 222, that could be an angel number that you're seeing, but it can also signify, like, we did have the 4 of Wands, so and we have a party, right? Party, external party. So what could be causing your blockage could be an actual unionship. Someone that you're with could be blocking your blessings because that person's not for you. That's not going to apply for everybody, but definitely for those that have been seeing the number 222, or I strongly recommend finding out what 222 means for you and how your spirit guides are communicating that message to you. You know, find the general meaning of the number 2, and then what does it mean when that number is amplified, because it's amplified by 3 times, right? So, also when you add all 222 equals 6, so understanding the meaning of 6, okay? So even like, let's say some of you are not in a good unionship, or you know that the person you're with is not for you. You know, this is a loving push to doing what you need to do for yourself. So making those changes, even when they're hard. Now, for some of you, it could also mean like it could also be in regards of balance and balancing certain aspects in your life. Or within a unionship, or just in general. Or this also could talk about, I believe it talks about like spiritual growth and learning and how you can learn from the situation. Okay, So I feel like with you guys, I'm not really getting like, oh, this is your block, like point blank period. It's more like this is what kind of blockages are happening and kind of like how it's gonna play out kind of thing. Because I think for all of you it's gonna be very different. I think pile 1 was like the only direct message. Alright, so what is currently blocking you at this time? And we got balance. Isn't that so funny? I was just discussing about that. So you may at this time not feel balanced. You may not feel grounded. I'm getting with that abundance. I can't remember if I said it before I got interrupted. Your abundance could be blocked. And now keep in mind, I know that it shows coins, so it could be abundance of wealth that could be blocked. But keep in mind that abundance can be of anything. It could be abundance of wealth, abundance of health, abundance of, like, you know, good health, good fortune, good times, joy, rest. It can be abundance of anything. You know, it doesn't always have, abundance doesn't always have to mean money. But with this imagery, I wouldn't be surprised if your abundance is being blocked, because if you have the wrong people around you, pile 3, Spirit's not going to give you your blessings because they know that you will share those blessings with these people, and these people may not be worthy of the abundance. So some things will be slowed down, and once you make the decision to choose you and put you first, that's when these blessings start rolling in. So I would say that if you, for future reference, if you were to ever leave a friend, leave a partnership, break off ties with someone that has been bringing you down, and then all of a sudden you let go of them and you've been questioning, excuse me, you've been wondering, did I do the right choice? Well, if good things start happening once that person leaves, that's energetic. You energetically remove them from you, from your own energy, and now those blessings could come in because they're no longer blocking them. So that would be a sign that you did the right thing. Okay. What is currently blocking my pile 3s? There could be a need for balance. I mean, I was talking about that, but like a need for grounding. Because I'm like imagining, I remember we have the High Priestess, and although she does not signify about, like foundations, but she does have 2 pillars, and pillars remind me of like a solid foundation because they hold up a building. So, or like they, you know what I'm saying, like they form a solid foundation. So there's that, like there may be a need for grounding for this pile to help connect with yourself. Okay, there is with the green here, there is there could be a blockage in the heart chakra. Pile 3, what blockages are pile 3 currently dealing with? We have hunger. It's a lot of circle symbolism. So have you guys been dealing with the cycle? Has this been like a thing that's been happening quite often? What is currently blocking my pile 3s? What is currently blocking my pile 3s? Well, hello. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we have faith. And I'm just saying, oh my goodness, because of the circle symbolism again. These are all circles. Like, this is, okay, interesting. What is currently blocking my pile 3s? determination. Ooh, excuse me. Back of the deck energy, we have comfort. So I would like to read some of these cards. With the hunger, it doesn't talk about like actual like being hungry. So funny, I know, right? But it's like, what is your soul craving for that will something that's going to nourish your soul. So something, yeah, this is like an internal. This is why I'm not getting a direct message for you guys, because this is more of an internal thing that you guys need to figure out on your own. There is something that you deeply want for you to feel fulfilled, either mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. Sit with yourself and ask yourself what it is you desire. There is something about, with the circles here, there's just something about like going around in circles, doing the same thing. You know, maybe you've been handling the situation with the same way, which is the definition of insanity, because insanity means to do the same thing expecting a different outcome when you know you're not going to get a different outcome. Okay, so what's being blocked? Okay, currently blocked. Now, for some of you, your faith in the situation repairing itself could be blocked. You having faith that it would, that you'll ever be happy, or just, you would be able to feel successful. Those things can be feeling blocked because of this situation. It's kind of interesting in that it's purple and it's giving me intuition. You guys did pick the amethyst. So this situation could be blocking your intuition, but not necessarily either. I'm also kind of getting like the vibe to have faith that you will overcome these challenges and it will become a thing in the past. You may feel defeated already. You may feel like, with the determination card being here, you could feel, you may feel like you don't have it. Like you're just like looking at the obstacle and you're just like overwhelmed. How is this going to happen? You don't know how it's going to happen. Just know that there's divine timing that's taking place. There are things that are happening behind the scenes that you are unaware of for you. So keep that in mind. Alright, and then with comfort as back of the deck, I would like to read the card meaning. It signals that you may need to invite some more self-care and comfort into your life. A great way to do this is through nourishing your spirit or higher self. This can be something as simple as cleaning out your home and rearranging your space in order to invite in clear and comforting energy. It can also mean taking the time to prepare yourself a meal that your body has been craving. Whatever it is, do it with ease and give your nervous system the gentle break that it needs. Okay, so you may, with that alienation and the isolation, excuse me, sorry, I had a yawn. Okay, so with that isolation and that you had isolation and alienation. And what I'm getting with that is your spirit team might even be alienating you at this time. Like, you may be isolated from people. And this is all meant to help you kind of usher and push you into doing the things that probably been trying to avoid doing, like maybe feeling feelings. As an example, not wanting to accept the truth is another thing. That may not resonate for all of you, but it's going to resonate for some of you. You need to be patient with yourself during these times and not be hard on yourself. And it's kind of funny. It does kind of make me want to giggle a little bit with the comfort card. What I was reading, it says, well, it could even mean like nourishing yourself and eating your favorite food. And then we have hunger. I mean, the definition of this card does not literally mean hunger. It means like, what is your soul craving? What is it desiring? You know, but it's just kind of funny because it does kind of like go together, you know. Solar plexus. Your solar plexus could be dealing with some blockages. I would research into that. In your heart chakra as well for you, pile 3. We're going to pull some more cards. We have one more deck, and then we're going to finish off with some advice. Okay, so I'm using my Rebel deck. I mean, it's not a deck I designed, it's just my deck. But I'm gonna be using the Rebel deck. It is a little harsh. I love it. It's fun. It's straight to the point. So we're just gonna see what comes through. What is currently blocking? Ooh. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking La La Land. Choose bravely. I can't even talk. Choose bravely. I can't even talk, man. Jeez. I am so ready for Mercury to be out of retrograde. Alright. As of the time I'm recording, Mercury is almost at the end of its retrograde. And it has been kicking my butt. Just can't even talk. Words be like blah, blah, blah. Alright, pile 3. What else is pile 3? Messages in regards to their blockages. What is currently blocking my pile 3s? We have laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Pile 3. What is currently blocking my pile 3s? Your sense of joy is being blocked with that laugh. Get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you are tired. You're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. So a healthy sleep routine will definitely benefit you at this time. You know, I mean, with that being on the, you know, never mind. I was gonna say with it being on the hunger card, but it was really the comfort card that could be a message for you in regards of comforting, you know, nourishing your body and giving what your body needs, and that's also adequate sleep. We did have Neptune as back on the deck energy. You know, you could be receiving messages in your dreams, and you're blocked off from that because you're not able to sleep properly. Your body restores itself while it's sleeping. In case you didn't know. So, sleep is very important. I believe we can actually die of sleep deprivation before starvation. Even before dehydration, I believe. We can only last so long without sleep. There was even a horror movie about that. I think it's a horror movie or like a thriller. I forgot what it was called, but something happens and people just can't go to sleep no more, and then eventually bad things start happening. But yeah, fun fact if you didn't know, I'm full of them. Random facts. I just love collecting random facts because I'm just special like that. Alright, pile number 3. What is currently blocking you? Let's get some messages in regards to your blockages. What's currently blocking my pile 3s? You need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. Aw, I just love that. And it's like right on top of the faith card, which is, wasn't the, we had divine timing, but like, your spiritual team, your ancestors they're giving you support. They are energetically supporting you at this time. Pile 3. Let's get one more card, Spirit. What's currently blocking my pile 3s? Why is it always gotta fall? You always gotta put me to work, huh? Alright. Get the fuck outside and move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. Okay? So, getting some exercise. You know what? I wanted to say earlier and I totally forgot because I had other messages coming through. But with that green here, it was kind of giving me nature vibes. So, needing to spend more time in nature will definitely help clear your mind and help you allow the messages that your spiritual team is trying to communicate you with come through. Alright, and then back of the deck energy, we have, almost dropped that. You are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. Okay, so we did have, I believe we did have, yeah, we had sun, strength, and empowerment. So this situation is about taking back your power, and wasn't there, like, I believe I mentioned something about fragmentation at some point in this reading. I'm not sure. I could be mistaken, though. But, this is meant, with the Pluto here, you're meant to transform from this situation. You're meant to return to self, basically. Okay, so we're going to finish off the reading with some advice. You must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. With that being in this pile, on top of that external party, this is definitely like a partnership or a friendship or some type of situationship where it is draining you. It is, it's taking your power away, and only you can, remove yourself from that situation. Like, let's be honest, when has ever a bully or like someone who's been taking from you ever gonna be like, oh my god, I've been taking so much from pile 3, I should totally stop. I should just totally remove myself for them. What the fuck? Why would someone do that? Tell me. They're just gonna keep taking and taking and taking until you don't allow them to take no more. That's when then they don't like you no more, because then they're like, oh my god, what a bitch. Why aren't they letting me do this no more? Like, how dare they? Because they're used to a version of you that allowed that to happen. You show others how to respect you by how you respect yourself, pile 3. Remember that. What advice do we have for my pile 3 in regards to their blockages? Stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. Yeah, that's that mental fog, that mental brain that just keeps going like, oh, should have, would have, could have, but you didn't. That's all I want to say. You know what I'm saying, pile 3? Why reminisce on what could be or what could have been? Focus on the now. Focus on what is happening in front of your face. Accepting the truth. Wasn't that was the first card, right? Believe what you see. Sometimes the truth hurts, but sometimes the truth will set you free. Ha! Guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe in and let it go. That's interesting. I think it's because of the picture, but I'm hearing this song. I don't even know what the title of this song. I'm hearing. I'm not a singer, guys, but I still sing anyway, so whatever. But just keep breathing, breathing. That's all I keep hearing. There's a song where she keeps talking about breathing. I don't know what song it is. If you happen to know the song that comes from, write it down below. Please put it down below. That would be a song with a message for you, but definitely breathe through it. Like it says, guilt is a normal feeling. Don't allow the guilt to eat you up and make you do something you don't want to, pile 3. And these people may try to guilt trip you. And that's probably how they've been taking advantage of you all this time, up until this point. Alright? So, stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. Oops. So, I mean, that high priestess energy is there in the reading. You know, go within. The answers are within. I also want to say that the body keeps score. Your experiences are stored in your nervous system. So keep in mind that when you're feeling not so good or anxious or whatever, confused, I mean, we are complex beings, but life shouldn't be so dang complex. Let's be real. If you're confused about a situation, and I'm looking at this picture while I'm saying that, if you're feeling confused about a situation, then there may be manipulation at play. And that is why you're feeling confused. Okay? Make time to play, have fun, be free. I mean, we did have that laugh. Did you lose your sense of humor? Having fun? Oh my goodness. I'm getting a song from Arthur. I don't know if you know, if you're old enough and I don't even know. Arthur should still be played on PBS. If you ever watched PBS Kids, the show Arthur, there's a really old episode where they're like, having fun isn't hard when you got a library card. That's song came to my mind. It's so funny. It is so funny, but like at the same time, like, books educate you. So there is a need to like self-educate that's gonna help you, pile 3. It's gonna help you understand, possibly for some of you, of a situation or behavior traits, or understanding manipulation, psychology hacks, etc., things of that nature. Understanding the brain, maybe learning how to be more healthier and figuring out a healthier lifestyle for yourself through self-educating with that song coming through. All right, and then we have for back of the deck energy. It says, say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. Look at that. See, like, there's definitely something that's going to take place, whether you like it or not. So if you have been unaware, completely oblivious and unaware of who or what this is, you might have the rug ripped from under your feet. Be patient with yourself at this time and don't beat yourself up. Now, for others of you, you kind of have an idea or do know, depends on everybody. Take it as it resonates. Apply it to how it resonates. Always use your discernment. Okay? But, yeah, you guys are going to be leaving something behind. And you're going to be victorious. Yeah, you may be in the dumps for a little while, but you'll bounce back. You'll bounce back. You got this, pile 3. So this is what I have for you, pile 3. Let me know down below how it resonates. Sending you all my love and blessings to you guys. And I hope I see you guys in the next video. Bye.